Well, the season is upon us again, and throughout the year I often make top 5 lists. So for this episode, I thought I'd make another one. So here are the top 5 video games based on movies. Why only top 5? Because I like to go 5 steps below. So let's get started. The first game on the list is Back to the Future. When I went to see Back to the Future the movie, I thought it sucked. So I'm glad that the game is so much better. I especially like how closely the game follows the movie. Like the music, for instance. This game has music just like the movie does. Now, it's not the same music, but it does have music, and so does the movie. Another striking similarity I liked is how Marty lays on the ground when he gets attacked. It perfectly matches the scene in Back to the Future 2 when Biff is kicking the shit out of him. This game is all about Marty trying to get back to his correct time. Through most of the game, all we do is see the back of Marty. It's the most literal interpretation of a title. It's called Back to the Future, so we just stare at Marty's back. In fact, most of this game is just walking, and more boring walking. One thing I didn't elaborate on before is how Marty has some serious problem with his legs where he can't stop walking. He just can't stop shaking them all around. Maybe when he traveled back in time, he changed something in the past that caused him to get Parkinson's disease only from the waist down. He should have known that changing things in the past can affect the outcome of his day. Now, I've heard other game reviewers complain that Marty can't jump over park benches, but he's not supposed to. He never jumps over park benches in the movie, so it only makes sense that he wouldn't be able to jump over them in the game. Who does he think he is, Rocky? I don't think so. So, the main object in the game is to make it to the end of the level before the Three Stooges on the bottom of the screen disappear. Now, I don't remember the Three Stooges from the movie. And while we're at it, why is Marty wearing a black sleeveless shirt? Shouldn't it be a red sleeveless shirt? It's a red sleeveless shirt in the movie. Next up on the list is Home Alone. But first, let's have a look at the box art. Look at what Kevin's doing. Hey buddy, what do you think this is? An MC Escher painting? I don't think so. So, your main enemies in this game are Biggie Smalls, Bronson Pinchot, Granny from the Looney Tunes, and Cupcakes with Boners. The hell? And that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. Number 3 on the list is Aladdin. Capcom, what the fuck? I thought this game was called Aladdin. So first, let's read the introduction to this game. Welcome to Agrabah, city of, mystery of, enchantment of. Holy shit, could there be any more ofs in this sentence? Fuck this. And then for some reason they show you a picture of Freddy Krueger's glove before the title screen. Now, before we start, I want to head on over to the options so I can give myself 35 extra lives. There we go. So you play as someone named Aladdin, who's wearing MC Hammer's pants, Ed Norton's vest, and a yarmulke. If these are MC Hammer's pants, then shouldn't they be black like in the movie? I don't know who thought of such a retarded idea, but it makes about as much sense as spitting and peeing in a bowl of soup and calling it spit pea soup. And so anyway, oh wow, that jewel was so easy to get. The last 2 times I tried getting that, I missed it completely. I guess I must have been having one of my dumbass attacks. So sometimes after you complete a level, you get to one of these bonus games. And it looks like the genie is making fun of someone with erectile dysfunction. And then he shows the word up just to mock me. Just to mock someone with erectile dysfunction. Now, the main thing I have to say about this game is that you die. Too far to the left you die, too far to the right you die, you get hit by an obstacle you die, and you walk into an enemy you die. There. Now I guess I don't have to do my Silver Surfer review. But what I like most about this game is when I pick it up off the ground in a desert, I just like to rub the cartridge with my arm in a really weird way. I don't know why I like doing that. It makes about as much sense as stealing lines from someone else's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles review and then calling it original because you reviewed all 4 games instead of just 1. Now, whenever you finish one of these desert levels, the monkey pulls out an apple and starts eating it, like he accomplished something. All I gotta say is, that better not be one of my apples! Next up on the list is Donkey Kong Country. If there was ever a game ever made for the Super SNES, then it was the game Donkey Kong Country. Now, I haven't read the movie that this game was based on, so I couldn't really tell you what it's about, so let's just get the game started. First, we have to sit through the logo screens. What a waste of pixel space. Then we have to wait 5 seconds. That's gotta be some kind of record. Now, the first thing you'll notice about this game is how bad the graphics are. Ugh, what a pixelated nightmare. The next problem that you'll probably be noticing about this game is that you have no idea where you're supposed to go. Take a look at what happens as soon as I start the game. I see a cave, so I go in it, and then this shit happens. I automatically lose as soon as I walk in. That's just pointless and stupid. It's a beginner's trap. This game is frustrating as hell. It's time we consult the Game Genie codebook. Alright, let's see here. Wait a minute, there's no Donkey Kong? I mean, there's no codes for this game? Well, motherfucker. And wait a minute, Rope Rampage? I thought this was Donkey Kong, not Rampage. As you can probably tell, I'm not really a big fan of this game, which is why this game was also number 2 on my top 5 worst SNES games list. But in all honesty, I also really enjoy playing this game, which is why it was also number 3 on my top 5 best SNES games list. But I'm getting pretty sick of killing aliens for now, so let's move on. Last but not least on my last is the Bart Simpsons vs. the Space Mutants, based on the Simpsons movie. Just one frame from this game is enough to make any Simpsons fan foam at the mouth, and for pretty good reason too, because it looks like a pretty damn good game. And the only thing that I really have to say about this game is that it works on the Super Nintendo Chalmers Mr. Skinner principle. So there you go, there's full 5 game reviews. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, now here's the part in the video where I normally flush the game down the toilet, but I don't think I'll be doing that much longer. I was in the middle of playing Super Mario Bros. 2 last week, and when I went to go take a shit like I normally do, the toilet overflowed, and I had to call a plumber. He said that he found Nintendo games stuck in my pipes clogging up the drain, and he asked me how all these video games got down there. I was like, what do you mean? I always flush shitty games down the toilet. I'm irate, damn it.